What's going on today, guys? Aaron from EpicTactical. Today we're here to talk to you today about the HRT HRAC plate carrier and how it fits overall on a female. So with all the civil unrest going on right now in the whole world, dealing with COVID and all the other issues that are coming about, it kind of got me thinking, so what are you preparing for and what items do you need to be prepared? One thing that really caught my attention was plate carriers. So looking online, I went to YouTube and pretty much it got me thinking, okay, female plate carriers. Nothing came up, except maybe one or two, and even then it didn't really talk about pros and cons of a plate carrier. So I contacted a few companies and decided, hey, send us some product, let me see what it is, and let me see how it fits on a couple of different females. So we ranged, some of the females were from size 2 to 14. They are all different shapes, sizes, different heights, different weights. You can see the full length review on our website, EpicTactical.com, and you can actually see the measurements of our subjects. So we had the subjects do a couple of different things. We had them do front lunges, we had them do jumping jacks, had them run in the plate carrier, then we had made them do push-ups, and then we made them go to the gun range and shoot a little bit to see how it fits and how it would kind of work with them. Full disclosure, our test subjects, this was their first time dealing with plate carriers, and this was just kind of one of their first things that they've ever done. And so their kind of thoughts are just theirs, you know, so keep that in mind. So right now I'm going to have my wife join me, and we're going to kind of talk about the HRT HRAC plate carrier. This is my wife, Tegan. So Tegan, for the most part, what were overall thoughts on this plate carrier?
With this plate carrier, it was a little bit more comfortable because it's smaller. It fit a little bit better on some of my friends who were smaller framed. For me, not so much, but we did appreciate that the straps on the top were thinner. It was easier to grab your weapon and actually get into formation to shoot. It was a little bit more flexible, so whenever you were running or whenever you were moving, it was easier to move about and actually get into different positions. But all in all, it was definitely more lightweight, a lot more comfortable as far as sizing goes.
Okay, so overall, this was your first time dealing with a plate carrier. What were your thoughts on the initial putting it on?
Putting it on is definitely, if you're not used to it, if it's something that you've never done before, it will take two people. We did figure out with this one, just because the way that the straps on top are built and made to put on, it's definitely, once you adjust it to yourself, leave it that way. It's not really user-friendly as far as adjusting the straps by yourself. However, if you have a second person and you're able to move the plates where you want them, you can adjust the shoulder straps where you want them to be. Everything else, the cummerbund, the plate on front, everything else was good to put on by yourself. So it was easy to use with that.
Okay, so talking about the HRAC in itself, it's a 500D Cadora. It offers PALS webbing all the way around. One thing I do like about the HRT and the HRAC is that the placard can be mission specific. So you can change out the clips and you can add on different types of placards, ranging from AR mags to different type loadouts to shotgun shells. So it has a really good wide variety of usage for mission specific things. Also on the back side here, you have all your webbing on the back, and you also have webbing that goes all the way around on the cummerbund as well. So you can add all your different your MOLLE attachments on this plate carrier. Also, I do like the Velcro up front, so you can put a morale patch or any other type of insignias, or if you're a sheriff or if you're EMS or anything like that. So you can have that, and you can also put it on the back, so you can put a patch on the back for your sheriff, EMS, paramedic, whatever you need on it. So Tegan, let's talk about some of the pros and cons overall with this plate carrier.
Like we said before, one of the pros is that it is small, it is lightweight, it is versatile in the fact that you can move around, you can dip down, lean side to side, get in position a little bit easier to shoot. We do like the fact that the cummerbund itself is smaller, so moving from side to side is really nice. It has good weight distribution, and as far as when it's applied and it is adjusted already, all you have to do is just slip into it and slip out. So this one's very easy to put on and take off once it's adjusted to you.
All right, so what are some of the cons that are about this plate carrier as well?
Well, like we were saying before, also, it is hard to adjust without an extra person. But once you get it adjusted, it is fine the way it is. We also decided that the plates that were initially put in it were not comfortable for our body types. So the plate in the back had a bit of a curve to it. And because the plate carrier itself is so narrow, for big busty women like myself, it cut in about here on me, which then kind of pushed me out towards the side, which to me is not comfortable, it's not flattering. I know that flattery is not what we care about in these type of situations, but mainly it was not comfortable. And on the back end with that curved plate, it pushed in right about your scapula area, and that was definitely not comfortable for sitting, leaning back, or anything else. So that was one of the other troubles that we had. The next thing that we had, let's see, let me get this up here. Taking a deep breath, for one of our smaller subjects, it would dig into the back of her scapula and her rib cage. She did not appreciate that very much. Not designed for busty women, and this is also not very comfortable to wear for long periods of time because of the comfortability of it. We also found out that the drag strap on the back here is very small. So if you were to be wearing thicker gloves, like if you were using this in a combat zone, or if you were using this to where you needed to get out quickly and someone had to drag you, they would really have to work hard to get a hold of that handle and pull you out.
So we decided that we were going to rank this plate carrier on 1 to 5, and we decided we were going to grade it on range of motion, level of comfort, sitting, ease of use, adjusting, and the overall score for this plate carrier. So again, 1 being the least, 5 being the best. For range of motion, the average score was 3.8. The level of comfort was 2.8. Sitting was 3.25. The ease of use was a 3. The adjusting was 1.75. And the overall score was 3.125. The reason why that adjusting again is so low, or that score was so low, is because these right here on the top, the actual adjusting straps, are so kind of cumbersome by themselves, because number one, you have to undo this first, then you have to undo the shoulder strap, kind of get it to where you want, and then seat it back in. So if you're a female, you got long hair, you have hair everywhere, this kind of gets in the way. Also, the actual cummerbund on the back side of how to get it set up was very, very cumbersome as well. It comes with 2 cords, so what I really think should be a little bit better is you get 1 gigantic long cord and then put 2 little plastic clips on each side so you can kind of hold it in. So this one, it is elastic, so it will kind of conform to the body, but I actually had to just knot it at the end so to kind of keep it in place. Now for our smaller subjects, that was kind of, we needed the cummerbund to overlap. Because of the front on there being so small in the stomach area, it was kind of overlapping, and it just needed a little bit more hook and loop on the actual front piece to kind of support that. But other than that, we used HESCO 44 level 4 plate carrier, or level 4 plates in this carrier while we were at the range. So shooting at the range, how comfortable was it?
This was actually very comfortable with shooting. It was not per se due to the plates, which we'd already discussed that, but actually using the rifle, using the handgun was actually easier for me to adjust and move around. So taking the rifle, picking it up, putting it against my shoulder, because those straps were so narrow, I could actually seat it properly where it needed to be. I didn't feel like I was over on my shoulder. I didn't feel like I was on top of the strap. It was actually in the pocket where it should be. And then leaning down to get my gun on my hip, picking it up and actually aiming forward, I could move my shoulders forward and actually get in a position so I could shoot comfortably. And I feel like that was very nice with this one.
So overall, for this being like a minimalist style plate carrier, would this be something that you would like to keep in like a vehicle, just in case one of those get homes, and kind of get home if something bad was to happen? Would you feel pretty much comfortable wearing something like this to get home if you needed to?
I would, being that this would be already adjusted for me, and the only thing I would have to do is put it on, adjust the cummerbund to fit, and go. that would be easier for me, which I think that happens with most plate carriers anyway. Once they are adjusted to you, you don't really readjust them. You don't have to, you shouldn't have to. So I think with that, it would be nice, but for long use, I would say because of the narrowness of it, it would not be comfortable for me for a long time to wear, but if I needed it just to get home, it would be absolutely perfect.
So one thing we did find as well for a lot of the female shooters, if you are looking at getting a plate carrier, if you are for a female or a male buying one for their wife or the significant other, get a flat back plate, because again, that concave does tend to put a lot of stress marks on the back, taking a deep breath and on that scapula area. So a flat back plate would probably be your best option, and then having a multi-curve plate in the front, just because it'll kind of accommodate for the bust for a female, other than just having a concave, because again, the larger bustier women would kind of overfloweth on the sides of the actual plate carrier, which would kind of in turn leave them a little bit more exposed. But again, this is just designed for your vital organs to kind of keep you safe and keep you getting home safely as well. If you'd like to purchase this, go to HRT's website. You can purchase these. The price on these are $149.95. The cummerbund is $49.95 for the black, coyote, and ranger green. Multicam, it is $59.95, and multicam and multicam black. Again, there's two different styles. This is the HRAC. They have a RAC, just a rack. What the difference is, it just has a zipper that goes on the back side of the plate carrier, so you can add additional attachments on the back. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Follow us on our website, EpicTactical.com. And hopefully, if you're in the market for one of these, hopefully this will kind of help you out. Thanks for watching.